Hey, I'm Thomas Gold and I'm here in the studio in Berlin, and today I will give you an overview what I did with the mastering for my track with Borges, and it's called Beast. And yeah, it was a collab, and we did all the tracks in the beginning, like sending back and forth stuff. Then we ended up spending a day in the studio, and after we finalized the track, we did the final mastering. And now I'm going to show you what's in my mastering chain. The track itself, that's how it sounds unmastered. And I always, this is my mastering chain here. Let me open up the mixer. Here I have a couple of plugins. First of all, it's the API 2500 from Waves, which is a single bank compressor. It's a very old school and vintage style compressor, and it has a very nice warm sound and a lot of punch to it. So I put this on. You can see there's already coming a little bit of energy to the track, and it's not really compressing a lot. I have a ratio of 4 and a very long attack actually, and long release. So it's just a smooth compression in the beginning. Then I'm adding kind of a master EQ, and I push a little bit around 12 kilohertz here. I give it a nice little boost, just to open it up towards the high end and make it a little bit like you know, sparkle and sizzle the whole thing. Sounds like this. So if you listen to the frequencies, the high frequencies, you can really feel it. There's something, and it sounds a little bit fresher with that. Then I'm having the isotope ozone, which I actually use just for equalizing a little bit. And this is a MidSide Processing, which means there's different EQ settings for the, if you put it simple, for the mid and the mono part of the recording, and the stereo part of the recording. So it opens up a little bit the stereo field, and yeah, it can like free up space in the middle. For example, when I have a little dip here and a boost around this dip, and on the sides I just have a little bit of high shelf toward from 6 kilohertz on, just to open up the frequency again. I mean, you see, I've got a lot of EQs going on, and there's one more after that. And you can always add EQs as long as it sounds good. No worries. Don't try just to fix everything with one EQ. If you feel the need for some more stuff, just add it. And every single plugin has maybe a different sound character. For example, the Universal Audio one is a very warm sounding thing. It has a very broad a curve, and the ozone has a very clean sound. So whatever you need, try your things out, and you're gonna find the one which is best for you. Talking about EQs, I have another one where I just cut a little bit around 800 hertz, just because I want to get rid of some frequency buildup in this range. And it sounds like this. So what you can do to find these kind of frequencies, just push it a lot, and you hear what's really getting annoying. And if you find a frequency that you don't like, or you think it doesn't fit, just turn it down a little bit. And it helps a lot if you switch off and on the EQ from time to time to see if there's a real difference. And sometimes it's very subtle, but it's there, and it helps a lot in the master. So one more EQ. This is the Music from Elysia. I like this a lot because it's very musical. That means it has a very soft EQing, and the sounds don't really sound EQ'd. They don't sound artificial if you crank up the knobs, and I use it quite often. This time only for opening up the high frequency spectrum again around like 11K, and yeah, it seems to work. I remember I put this in after I did everything else, just because I felt there's something a little bit missing, like the sparkle at the top end. So I added this one and gave it a little boost, like really subtle. But again, it's there. And in the mastering chain, everything really matters, even the small things, because you do the things you do them to all of the instruments you have in the mix. So be careful, but yeah, try your stuff. Okay, next one, I have a little bit of stereo widening here with the BX control. This is happening here, 124%, 130 I would say, just to open up the stereo field. And then I have a limiter. It's kind of a pre-limiter. I have two limiters here. You will see the next one is coming up after this one. And this one I just use to get the short peaks which happen in like breakdown sections, or when everything kicks back in for the when it comes. You can see there's not much happening, but this is a lot. But this is helping a lot for the next compressor, and I'm going to show you this in a minute. Just want to say something about this one here. The attack, you can see, is very long, so it keeps the transients. It's not cutting any transients. It's just like preparing the whole track for the final limiter. So the final limiter doesn't have to do all the work, and they share the work, and it can really make things a little bit easier. So this is on. Then we have limiter, which is a very nice one, the AOM invisible limiter, and it's really nice because you can drive it very hard and it's still very musical. It's not distorting, and I just think it really it's good for this kind of music. The music keeps the bass and the low end. Sometimes a limiter can take away the low end a lot. So that's my thing to go for this track, and you can already hear it's getting very loud. So I drive this here until 60 dB. Yeah, that's actually it. That's my mastering chain for the Beast, and yeah, it's in general, I would say it doesn't matter what you actually use for your mastering chain. Just make sure you use it in the right way. Don't overdo it. Rather put together little pieces here and there, and see how the whole sound evolves, and at the end you might have a very fat sound. Hope this could help. See you guys next time. Bye.